I find that baking with intention, sourcing local ingredients, and putting 100% quality into the pastries will give the customer an experience unlike any other. Hi, I'm Samantha Ward. I'm the owner and executive pastry chef of Wentworth Fenn here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a pastry chef, tattoo enthusiast, very big into music, and lover of all savory pastries. During my tenureship at the Fig Tree restaurant, I was still rather green with learning how ingredients and levels of sweetness worked. And the longer that I was creating these plated desserts and such, I realized that I was not a fan of the extra sweet, too much sugar style of baking. So from there, I wanted to dial in incorporating more savory ingredients into my baking. You know, why does salt do the things that it does to the pastries? What if I add heat? What if I add something else? And so from there, I really honed in on taking out some of the sweet aspects and incorporating the other things, you know, cheese, peppers, anything of that nature. I realized the longer I was being creative with the plated desserts that eventually I was going to want to open up my own space, and taking it from a plated dessert stance to a singular pastry stance. I knew that I wanted to make danishes and cookies and breads and those types of pastries similar to how I did when I was at the Fig Tree restaurant. I wanted to make pastries that were familiar, but yet still make people raise an eyebrow and go, oh, I want to try that. Oh, I want to understand what those flavors all taste like together. And so now here at the bakery, we do have different ingredients that are familiar, but yet stand apart when it comes to flavor profiles like cheese and salt and that kind of stuff. As my journey progressed into opening my bakery, I realized that Charlotte is not as ready for those savory pastries as I am, or I would like them to be. Progressively, I and my team are and were putting out these savory pastries, but quickly realized that we still had to have some familiar things. And in having those, we do have staples here that are on the sweeter side. Bourbon butter oatmeal cream pie, salted caramel bread pudding, a traditional dark chocolate chunk cookie. We will always have those, but the customer knows that because people come in for those pastries often, but we still have the chance on the other side of the spectrum to still play with all of the savory stuff. I think as long as we have the familiar, we can do the unfamiliar. It was my goal from the beginning that when I opened the bakery, it wasn't just going to be about only the pastries. I wanted everything to go full circle. So when the customer comes into the bakery, it's not just, oh, the pastry is right in front of me, I'm going to get it and go. When they walk in, they look around and they see how the bakery is decorated, and they might not necessarily feel like they're in Charlotte anymore. The products that we sell, the coffee that we serve, our customer service, all of that means so much in addition to the pastries to make the customer's experience here feel like one of a kind. The concept of Wentworth Fenn was meant to be more upscale, if you will. I didn't want the bakery to be called Sam's Sprinkle Shop or Sam's Sweet Shop. I just don't like that. I, as a person, am not a pink sprinkles kind of gal. I like darker, more handsome vibes, if you will. And so I wanted to create a little bit more of a curated feel to the bakery. The name is Charleston inspired. And I really feel like the bakery reflects that inspiration. What keeps me inspired and my team is the fact that we are all creatives. And I don't think that in our minds, it will ever quote unquote be good enough. And we want to keep cultivating and creating these pastries and breads and sweet treats. We have the opportunity to use Freshless, which is amazing because it supports all the local farms and agriculture and makers, thus giving us endless supplies of new fresh ingredients to work with. Our goal at the end of the day is to keep creating amazing pastries and growing as pastry chefs, thus always bringing the customer a pastry with intention. If you'd like to learn more about the bakery, you can visit our website, www.wentworthandfenn.com. All the things about the bakery are on there, but we also have social media. Our Instagram is @WentworthandFenn, and also the same for Facebook.